1.
Hello, Mr. Mike Smith. I am Dr. Ashley Mims, and I will be your occupational therapist throughout your rehabilitation program. So, I know what you're thinking. What actually is an occupational therapist? Well, I'm here to tell you that an occupational therapist is a practitioner that helps patients recovering from injury, disability, or even a surgery get back to their normal everyday life. I want to make sure that they can do their daily activities, whether that's brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, driving, as well as doing extracurriculars such as music or sports. So, my overall goals for you throughout this rehabilitation process is to first of all manage your pain because I know that surgery can be kind of scary, but I want to make sure that this process is as comfortable as possible. So, and I also want to keep your range of motion of your arm and strengthen your stump that you will have for your prosthetic because I want to make sure that that transition between having your stump and your prosthetic goes as smoothly and efficiently as possible. I also want to hear about your goals that you want to have throughout this process, and I want to help you achieve those goals. I also want to be your support team that goes along with your friends, your family, and even other doctors. But we are all here to support you. So if you have anything that you need, because I know that this can be an emotional time, please don't be afraid to come to me and talk to me about it. And overall, I want to maintain your full accessibility to your prosthetic arm as if it were your normal arm or even better. So, this is kind of an example of a week that will happen for your rehabilitation. And so, this is actually the week of your surgery. So, after your surgery, the next day you'll meet with a physical therapist. And I'll mention them a little later in the video. But you'll go over wound care and basically keeping yourself healthy, as well as keeping your range of motion, because we want to start that process a little early because we want you to stay as strengthened as possible. And then you'll come and meet with me, and we will discuss your goals and plans throughout this whole 6 month process. And it's specifically that first month. And I want to make sure that we achieve every single goal that you want to as efficiently as possible. And so this is kind of like the everyday session of being with an occupational therapist. So the goals that we will decide that I mentioned a little earlier, we will kind of work through and try to conquer these goals throughout the months. So whether that's something as simple as dressing yourself and undressing yourself with a stump or a prosthetic, which we will work with both, or driving, because I know you're 16 and I know that, teenagers, they want to drive. And then also doing functions such as eating and drinking, which is kind of like what you have to do. But I want you to be able to do this independently, not have to kind of rely on someone else to help you, as well as grasping small objects with writing, because I know you are in school and education is important, as well as also having your passions with basketball and playing percussion. So now to kind of sum it all up, a physical therapist is someone that you'll be working with both of us. So for me, I kind of help you with daily activities and getting back to your normal life. While physical therapists work more with your bodily functions, such as moving your arms and making sure that everything stays as functionally working as possible. So they will be working with your prosthesis as well, and they will just be working with you throughout this whole rehabilitation program with me. And so they're going to be working more on your range of motion, which I was mentioning earlier, as well as strengthening exercises. And those exercises will actually advance as the 6 month process continues. And so we want to make sure that you are getting as strengthened as possible so you can get back out in that court and play basketball and also play percussion because we want you to maintain your happiness and be able to get back to your normal life and even improve your life.